How's it going, everyone? In this video, we have some big news on Dakota Kai and Io Sky. A big AEW talent might be leaving AEW soon, and a whole lot more. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest wrestling news. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have the ratings for Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Rampage, and Collision. So according to a new report from Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, Friday Night SmackDown drew 2,186,000 viewers with a .59 in the key demo rating. AEW Rampage drew 391,000 viewers and a .13 in the key demo rating, and AEW Collision drew 523,000 viewers with a .15 in the key demo rating. Next up, we have an update on Eddie Kingston's injury, and sadly, it's not good news, because even though he had hoped to return at AEW All In August after suffering a broken leg, Mike Johnson of Pwinsider Reports that Eddie Kingston's injury was more extensive than that, because in addition to the broken leg, Kingston also suffered a torn ACL and meniscus. So instead of returning in August as he had hoped, Kingston is not expected back until early 2025. Next, we have some news that a big AEW talent could be leaving the company very soon, because according to a report from Fightful Select, after taking on multiple roles in AEW since joining the company back in 2021, Mark Henry is set to become a free agent very soon, as his contract with the company is set to expire at the end of this month. Moving on to our next story, we have some news on how Dakota Kai and Io Sky are doing after suffering injuries on Raw. As Sean Rossap of Fightful Select reports, although Dakota Kai and Io Sky both suffered facial injuries on Monday Night Raw this week, the injuries are said to be nothing serious, as both Damage Control members are said to be doing okay physically despite getting busted open. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today, starting off with the ratings for Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Rampage, and Collision. And basically all of the shows have shown a bit of a decrease when it comes to their ratings, mainly because of the other competition that has been on for the past several weeks. But yeah, overall, apart from Rampage, I think that Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Collision did well in the ratings and will slowly go back to normal as time goes on. Next up, we talked about Eddie Kingston's injury, which is very unfortunate in my opinion, because it looks like he will be missing many important and upcoming AEW shows due to this major injury that will keep him out of action for about 9 months. So when he does come back, hopefully he returns at 100% and does not rush his return. Next, we talked about Mark Henry's AEW contract expiring very soon, this month, which is something rather surprising in my opinion, because I think that AEW and Tony Khan would like to keep someone like Mark Henry with the company. But if he ends up leaving, I'm pretty sure that other wrestling promotions would love to have him join their company, including WWE, which is also a very real possibility in my opinion. Next up, we talked about Dakota Kai and Io Sky's injuries on Monday Night Raw this week, which thankfully turned out to be nothing serious. Because as we all know, Asuka is currently injured, and her return is unknown at this point in time. So if Dakota Kai and Io Sky would have gotten injured, then obviously that would have been very, very bad for Damage Control, and WWE would have been forced to write them off of WWE television. But thankfully their injuries were nothing serious. So with that being said guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed in this video in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.